we
Hello.
are. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my second ever live stream. I've done one before, and that was on my own. But today, I do have a very special guest on the channel because this is James Lack. I'm sure you all know him. How are you, James, today from the
I'm
channel
doing,
Movie Bug?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on. Thank you so much.
No worries, mate. I've been on 2 of your streams now, so I wanted to really sort of repay the favour and get you back on here. And, you know, I'm a big fan of your channel, so thank you so much for coming on. It means a lot, mate.
Oh no, thank you. I say I'm also a big fan of yours, hence why I keep asking you back on. So it's any time to chat with you is a pleasure, mate. So thank you for having me on.
Cheers, mate. Thanks so much. Anyway, I hope this stream goes well. I do apologise if there's a few little niggles here and there, but I am sort of just getting used to this platform. But we'll just get straight into it. Before we get into comments, which is mainly what we're going to be doing on this stream, just answering your comments about movies and stuff. I just want to start it with a bit of a different question than just getting in the comments. Is there anything you've watched, James, lately that has took you, like, you've took notice of, it took your fancy? I mean, I know I watched your end of month vlog last month, but maybe in the last couple of days.
I have watched one film the last couple of days, which it was really weird. I watched Roma for the first time.
Oh,
have you seen that film?
No, but I know you own the Criterion.
Yeah, it's one of the. It was the only Criterion in my collection until the Before trilogy turned up the other day, which I got. I've been meaning to watch it, and it started off really painfully slow, and I thought the film really took its time to find its feet, and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to enjoy this. But when it got going, and you sort of saw where the direction of the film, I thought it was bloody amazing. It got so good.
Yeah.
So
did that win the Oscar for 2017?
It was going up for a few things. I know that. I think it might have even been going up for Best Picture. I can't remember because I didn't really pay too much attention the year that one came out, I don't think.
Yeah. I think it was a Netflix original at first, wasn't it? Something.
Yeah, it went straight to Netflix, but it's a beautiful movie that it's gorgeous to look at. It's really, really fantastic. So would highly recommend that one.
I was when I was watching your end of month vlog, I was really excited to see that you'd watched Nightmare on Elm Street because I'm a big fan of that franchise. So I'm really looking forward to what you think of the sequels at some point, hopefully.
Yeah, I might whack one on tonight. I really do enjoy going back to those classic 80s horror films. I watched last night An American Werewolf in London for the first time.
Yeah,
and that was great. The ending though killed me, where it's like, oh, they've killed the werewolf. What's going to happen now? And it was like the credits just. Bam! They're just on screen with this heavy song playing. I'm like, oh, okay, it's over.
I think it's quite a creepy film, that, with all the dream sequences. I mean, I'm not a big fan of dream sequences, but in that film, they're done right, aren't they? I think.
Absolutely. There was some scenes that were actually quite scary, like when he was looking at himself in the bathroom mirror, and then he shut it, and as it shut, you could see his dead mate behind him. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, for a horror comedy, it is quite scary, I think. But what did you think? Did you like the transformation scene?
Oh, that was brilliant. That was great. And do you know, the werewolf actually looked really cool, I thought. Like the bit where the guy was sort of going up the London Underground escalator, and you could see the wolf coming towards him. It looked really creepy. I was like, that looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I see you watching a few of these 80s films for the first time, and I'm just always excited to see your thoughts because I grew up on these horror films. So
yeah, I love them because obviously there wasn't an overuse of CGI back then. You know, today the werewolf for the last act of the movie would be all over the screen and it'd be a CGI mess half the time. But back then, I like watching these 80s horror films like that where there's more animatronics involved. I think it looks a lot more pleasing, personally.
Yeah, I agree. Just quickly before we get into the comments, there is a little bit of a scene like that transformation scene in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, so look out for that one.
I'm really excited. I've heard Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is quite good, actually, and I've heard 3's all right as well. I've heard.
Yeah, I think 3's the best, to be honest.
Oh, really? Oh, well, I hear it sort of after that one they trickle away a little bit, if I'm correct.
That is true, yeah. Two, Freddy is really scary in that one. Actually, it's quite a scary movie, number 2. So just a heads up.
Well, okay. You know how I do with scary films. Not great.
these films might come up in the stream later, and I know what Ryan's done to you this weekend. So,
oh God, do you know what? I've told a few people this. I bought a new car this week, and I'm meant to be picking it. I was praying I'd be picking it up Saturday, so I could only do one film. And we all sort of do want to see A Quiet Place 2 more. So I was thinking, oh, that's all right. It'll push Conjuring back to the following weekend. And my dealer rung up today. He's like, "Oh, it'll be ready Monday." I was like, "No, I gotta see them both."
Oh, no way.
So
good luck, mate. Good luck.
Oh.
Okay, so we just dive into the comments then, mate. First one we've got here is The View with Drew. What did you think? The worst movie of 2014, which is your favourite year for films, James, I believe.
Yep.
No, people say Amazing Spider-Man 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Age of Extinction were horrible.
Yeah, I think all three of those films were horrible. Yeah, I thought they were all pretty terrible movies there.
I kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, to be honest, but Age of Extinction, for me, is probably the worst movie of that year. I hated it.
Actually, the list I looked at in preparation for this didn't have The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on. I forgot that film came out that year. That film's awful. But I also had The Expendables 3 that I wanted to mention. I thought that was dreadful, I thought. Dumb and Dumber 2, I also thought was pretty horrendous. And the other one was A Million Ways to Die in the West. I really have a passionate hatred for that movie.
Is that the one with the guy who made Family Guy? Is that him?
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. Yeah. He wrote, directed, produced it, and you could tell it was too much for him. This guy could not handle the pressure of all of that.
Yeah. Maybe start with a bit of a slower film first instead of putting all that into one movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I might even get a bad movie review out of me, that movie, one day.
Enjoy that series, mate. You never know, one of them Freddy's might be on there. Freddy's dead. Okay.
You know what? I kind of give those films a bit of a pass because it's like people would almost expect me, because I know I've done Jaws 4 because that film is genuinely horrible. But like people might expect me to do Jaws 3 because that film's also pretty terrible. But it's kind of funny terrible. It's 80s. Yeah. It's like I don't want to be too harsh on them ones.
Yeah, I don't mind movies that are bad but watchable, like House 2. I love that.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Smurfs? I personally haven't. Jamie, have you, James?
I've seen the first one because my aunt loves The Smurfs, and the year it come out on DVD, she bought it for my sister at Christmas, and we watched it. Because all I can remember is the character Gargamel, the villain in it. He's played by that guy from The Simpsons who voices a few. I think he's in The Simpsons. He voices a few characters. He was like the villain in Run Fat Boy Run and Night in the Museum 2. He's popped up.
That guy off Friends?
He might have been in Friends.
I think I know what you're on about it. And Run Fat Boy Run. He's the one who's always like pushing him while in a marathon and stuff. Him.
Yeah, it's like the one who's going out with Simon Pegg's ex, who's running the marathon or something like that. And he's the Egyptian guy in Night in the Museum 2, Rami Malek's cousin or something.
I know exactly who you mean.
Yeah, he was quite good in the movie, actually. He was so overplaying it because it's a kid's movie. It was kind of entertaining, I guess.
Yeah. Cool. I always see it in Poundland, but I haven't seen the actual movie. No. Apologies, I've just gone all the way to the bottom with it. I told you it might be a bit local.
I do that all the time.
Well, it's not just me then.
No.
Two YouTube legends, yay. Well, I think James is a YouTube legend. Don't know about me, but thank you very much, Joe No One.
Thank you.
Jason Brett, hello Jason, nice to have you on the stream. Hey guys, thought I'd jump on, never catch you live very often. Thanks so much, mate. I really enjoy being on your live stream too. So thanks for popping in.
Always a pleasure. Watched a Godzilla film today, Jason, so you'll be happy.
You two need to do a Godzilla stream or something.
Yeah, although I know my knowledge on Godzilla is nowhere near, because I've just watched them all, the Criterions once, and now I've gone into the Heisei era. I've just watched the first one, so I'm still very fresh on Godzilla. But I'm loving it. Loving it.
After watching your you going through all them Godzilla films. I went on and just said, I just typed in how many Godzilla films are there because
There's a
you've
lot.
been watching it for a few months, really, haven't you? Know?
There's like 36. I think there's 15 in that set, the show era, and then I think there's 7 in the Heisei era. Not sure how many in the Millennium. And then you got like 3 animated ones, and then you got the American ones, and then you got Shin Godzilla. It's like, so much. But I'm getting there. I've actually done most of them now, I think. And
the new ones, of course.
new ones. Luckily, them ones I've been relatively up to date with. So
that's mad how many there is. Like, hi Jason, that's just for Jason. Jason Brett, hey, cool clips. Hey, thank you so much for coming along, my friend. He's always in my comments and stuff. Here's Archie. Hey, you two. How are you doing? Been watching anything today? Just got back from work and settled down to rewatch Bo Burnham's latest Netflix special, Inside. I've heard about that Inside. Leon from Leon Talks Films was saying, make sure you watch it. It's meant to be amazing. So I think he gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd as well. So it must be good. Have you heard of that one, James?
I actually haven't heard of that one. Maybe I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, to be honest.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Have you been watching anything today? I've only watched The Chase. We watch it every night.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's a regular in my house as well. It's either Pointless, and then I'm pretty sure as Pointless finishes, The Chase starts. We move on to The Chase.
Yeah,
my parents love it.
The only ones I get right are the movie ones, to be honest.
I normally just sit there in silence. Then a movie want to come out, and I go, beat.
But I've watched a few YouTube videos as well, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Been in work today, so I haven't really had a chance.
Yeah, same.
Hello, Worm Guy and Bug Boy.
Yeah.
Check the Worm stream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello, BG London. Thanks so much for coming along, my friend. CJ Cypher. Hello, Jordan and James. Thanks to you both live streaming again. I missed the one last week. I hope Jordan isn't too upset about Carlo. Well, Carlo is the Everton manager, James, who's just left for Real Madrid. So
I was going to say, is this like a YouTube thing I've missed, and I need to like go, I hope he's okay. But now it's football. It's like, okay, it's fine.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, I am quite upset. See Cypher, I am, but I'll get over it.
Yeah.
Hello, Alex, my friend. Hope you're all right, mate. I haven't spoke to you for a while, but hope everything's all right. What did you think of Cruella? This is Jason Brett. It's my film of the year. Absolutely loved it, and it wasn't even on my radar. Lol.
I think a lot of people have been saying this because there's a few other people who have reviewed the film now I've seen to sort of say I wasn't expecting this to be that good, but I really like. And I'm the same. I sort of went into Cruella like. Because when it got announced, I was like, I don't care about this. Then the trailers come out, and I was like, you know what? This is either just the marketing team doing a great job, or it actually might be decent. But yeah, I think it's a really good movie. Really good film. Yeah,
it was a kind of a surprise, wasn't it? I thought I didn't see it coming at all. I thought it'd be average, but it blew me away, to be honest.
And Disney live action films lately have really let me down. I thought The Lion King was so underwhelming. I thought Mulan was just bad. I can't even think of what else we've had lately. I've sort of blocked a load of them. But this was much better than their previous attempts.
I don't hear many people talking about Beauty and the Beast, but I loved that film. I mean, I thought it was brilliant. But I know what you're saying about the latest ones. The Lion King's shot for shot, basically, isn't it? I know the Beauty and the Beast is, but
to be fair, I enjoyed Beauty and the Beast a lot more. That one was decent. I took my sister to see that one. That was quite a good film. I didn't mind Aladdin actually because it changed it up a bit. That was okay. I think The Jungle Book's still my favorite. I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, I watched that on a plane, so it was on a really small TV, and I thought it was just okay. But I think I'd appreciate it in 4K or something more.
Yeah,
Cruella is definitely up there. On my Letterboxd, I've got a 3rd on my ranking, but I'm like that between that and A Quiet Place 2, which is 4. I really don't know which one I thought was better, but it is a fantastic film. Definitely one of my best of the year.
Absolutely.
Roma subtitles ?
Yeah, Roma.
There's subtitles.
Yeah, it's a Mexican film, so they're speaking in Spanish.
Right.
For the film, but it's brilliant movie.
Hello, Aidan. The movie Insider is here. Hello guys, how are you both this evening? I am doing great. I'm sure you are, James.
Yes, very, very good. Very happy to be here.
All right, Aidan, my good friend Aidan. I've done a few collabs with Aidan. I think you said you watched it ages ago, James. Me and my two friends listened to him.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe, mate. Hope you're both doing well. Got a question for you. They're showing Fargo at my cinema to mark its 25th anniversary. Question: if you could pick a movie to have re-released, what would it be? I think he means re-released on the cinema there, so you can go and watch it at the cinema.
Yeah.
I fulfilled that dream sort of with Terminator 2.
Yeah.
They done a 25th anniversary one, and I went and watched it on a big screen. So that was amazing. But I do actually have a video planned on 10 movies I wish I would have seen at the cinema. So
yeah,
there's quite a few.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea for a video. I don't know, because I'm sort of the same. Mine was Empire Strikes Back, and I got to see that during that weird little period. The cinemas reopened in all these lockdowns we've had. I guess I'd like to see A New Hope. I know it's one of the other original Star Wars, but they are my favourite films. So I'd love to see that. I'd like to see Jaws as well. Yeah, that'd be awesome on the big screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably go.
I think Jaws is one of them. Back in the day would have been amazing. It was one of the summer blockbusters.
Absolutely.
I will still give you an answer though. Go on, James. What are you going to say? Sorry.
Oh no! It's all right. Sorry, go on. Carry on.
Ian, I'll give you an answer, mate. It's RoboCop. It's my favourite film of all time, and I haven't seen it on the big screen, so I've got to go with that.
Yeah.
No spoilers, or give a warning, brother. Did we give any spoilers? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think we said any spoilers for anything new.
Sorry, BG London, if we did. I apologise. Haley. Hello, Haley. Which one must-own movie for Arrow, one for Criterion, and one for the Premium Collection? That's a good question, I think.
So one movie from each of those series?
Yeah. Well, I'll just go with RoboCop again for Arrow, because they've got a nice deluxe box set for that. But even if you can only get the single version, I would get that. Criterion, I don't know too much about. I don't even own one Criterion, which is surprising. It's a mad world. It's a good film on Criterion, so I need to go with that.
To pick that up.
Yeah, it's a really funny film, James, but it's on for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Have you got any answers? I'll try and think of a Premium Collection one. But
Arrow, I really want to say Battle Royale, because the set's beautiful and I've fallen in love with that movie. But my favorite film in the Arrow range that I own is probably Tremors. I love that movie. So Tremors. Criterion, I'd go with the Grand Budapest Hotel. The Premium is the one I'm struggling with, because there's some really fun movies in there that I love, like the original King Kong, Little Shop of Horrors. But then there's like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket.
There's a lot of movies in that collection, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends on my mood. I think I'd go with 2001. I think.
Yeah. I'd probably say The Shining, but there is a 4K out of that now, so I can't really pick that one. I will give you an underrated Premium Collection though, Haley. Bad Day at Black Rock. I thought that was a really good movie. I didn't expect it to be that good, so nice little hidden gem.
I've picked that one up a couple times. I just haven't checked out with it yet. I really need to.
It's great, James. You look at the cover and stuff, and you go, "Oh, don't really fancy that one," but it is a really good film. I think that's really enjoyable.
Some of them have crap covers in the Premium range. To be fair, same with Criterion. Some of them look so pretentious. It's like, oh, this ain't gonna be my thing. But then you watch it, and you're like, oh, damn, that was really good.
Yeah, I mean that is the thing with Criterion. I mean, a lot of the films just don't take me fancy at all. I mean, if I was going to pick any, it would probably be the Wes Anderson ones, but there's some things there that I just don't fancy at all.
No, that's it, because I spend a lot of time looking through the Criterions when I'm in HMV, and Ryan sort of looks at me and he goes, "You're so pretentious." I'm like, dude, come on. And I can sort of get it. There are a lot of films in that range that are very, snobby kind of. But I think there's some great ones in there still.
I think Ryan should probably just widen it up, mate.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, Scott the Movie Critic. Hello, Scott, for coming along. Hello, guys. Sorry I'm a bit late, but I'm very excited to be here tonight. Well, I am excited to be doing this stream, so thank you so much for coming along. Paul Tams. Hello, Paul. Hey, guys. Hope you're both well. Just checking in whilst my Quiet Place 2 reviews uploads to the YouTube. Thank you so much for coming along, mate. I'll try and check that out if I can over the weekend or something, or maybe tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the film, mate. I think it was you who was saying roll on tonight. I think he's just been to see it. So
I feel like I'm one of the last people to see it. I swear nearly everyone's seen that movie.
It's one of the best of the year, James. I loved it, mate.
I still can't believe that John Krasinski, Jim from The Office, is making these horror movies.
Well, I looked up his filmography. I think he's only made 2 big films, which is Quiet Place 2 and A Quiet Place, isn't it, really? Yeah. But that guy has got some talent, some serious talent.
He really does. Yeah. I love him. I think he's brilliant.
I mean, I know you're probably a little bit nervous about it being scary and stuff, James, but I think you will really appreciate the filmmaking that's gone into this one.
I think I'll be fine with this one, to be honest. It's The Conjuring. I'm not, because it's monsters. It's when the monster jumps out, it's like, oh, okay, a little scared, but I know what it is. It's a monster. It's the Conjuring stuff where you can't see it and it's a ghost that can do anything. It's like, that's the sort of stuff I don't like. It's like, that could just stop flipping a person around the air or something. It's like, nah, not me.
You have to sneak a camera into the cinema and film your reaction. I'm not condoning that to anyone, by the way.
You should see me watching the first 2, especially when Ryan and Luke would kick me when it gets, when it does those tension scenes where we're going down the hallway. Well, it just kick me and scream. I'm like, oh.
V10 Vernon, hello Vernon. Thanks so much for coming along, mate. Hope you're okay. Alex Aquariums, A Million Ways to Die in the West had some funny bits in it. Haha. No, you don't agree? I haven't seen the film, to be honest.
It does that thing where it's like, it'll do a joke, and it's like, oh, you get a little chuckle, but then it keeps going. It keeps going. Yeah. There's a bit where one character, I think they put something in his food, and he ends up crapping in a hat, and it's like, in the middle of the street, it's like, okay, craps in the hat. Embarrassing. He grabs someone else's hat, does it again, it's like, okay, all right. And all of a sudden he tries to grab someone else's hat. It's like, oh god! It's like the joke honestly goes on for like 5 minutes.
Did you think Family Guy was funny, by the way?
I don't know. I've never really been into those series too much, like Family Guy, Simpsons, like when Rick and Morty got popular a couple of years ago. It's just not really my thing too much. The animated comedy.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was the same type of humor. That's all.
Yeah, I didn't mind Ted. I mean, that's written by Seth MacFarlane, I think. Didn't mind too much.
Yeah,
but,
I like that one.
Yeah.
Ted 2 was a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, hope you're all well. This is Paul Tams. What's a movie you didn't like the first time but grew up to love? If indeed you have one, mine is Blade Runner. Well, Paul, that's my answer too. I didn't like Blade Runner, and then I watched it again last year, and I thought, I can appreciate this film. I don't think it's the masterpiece that a lot of people say, but it's a solid 8 out of 10 film for me.
I'm gonna go one. I'm not sure if he's here, Mr. Geordie Paul. I was shown Gladiator when I was younger, and I did not like it. And when I got into really heavily into my movies, I bought it on Blu-ray and rewatched it. I was like, you know what, that was actually a lot better than I remember.
Yeah. I need to give that one a rewatch. I haven't seen that since I was like 15 or something. I just thought it was okay, but I think, like you, I'd probably appreciate it a lot more now.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't know what my parents were doing showing me that one at a young age, but there you go.
Joaquin Phoenix there.
Yeah. Well, people seem to think I hate him because of my rampage on Joker, but
he's a great actor. I know you think he's a great actor as well. I think you said that in your video the other day or something.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Any good? Because it was Walk the Line you watched, wasn't it?
Yeah, great in that.
Any good Viking movies you can recommend? Viking movies?
Both looking around for inspiration. I don't know. I don't really do Viking movies, to be honest. It's funny. My aunt's boyfriend loves Vikings. He's obsessed. He just reads books on them, but I haven't got a clue. It's not really my thing.
I know my mum absolutely loves the show The Vikings, and she thinks it's better than Game of Thrones, which has just left me scratching my head. But she said, honestly, it is. And I know a lot of people say that show's great, but I can't think of a movie, to be honest.
No, I don't know. The only one that's coming to mind is 300, I think.
Is that if that's Vikings? That is Troy. Is Troy Vikings?
No, that's a 300 isn't Vikings, is it? I don't think.
No, it's the Greek.
Yeah.
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 I can't think of one, Alex. I'm sorry about that, mate. See, Cypher, Jordan, do you have your entire movie collection on your shelves, or have you hidden some under your bed like James has? They're not the adult ones, are they, James, under your bed?
No. The parents found them, so I had to get rid of them.
Yeah, that is my entire Blu-ray collection behind me. The only ones I've got to the side, which are ready for my next Blu-ray update, which I keep to the side. When I've done the Blu-ray update, I put them on the shelves. But yeah, that's pretty much everything behind me. And I will do an updated collection soon, in a couple of months, I think, because it's been a year now. So
that's the problem. It's just like space becomes an issue, and eventually just have to get rid of some.
Yeah. That's the only thing, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
What's your favourite guilty pleasure movie, lads? Go on, James. You go first.
I was gonna say I've had this question a few times. I don't really have any guilty pleasure movies. I'm kind of just happy to say what I like and what I don't like. Like some people would be a bit embarrassed, I guess, to go on the internet and say how much they love Mamma Mia. I don't. I love Mamma Mia. It's a great time.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna go on board to say something else then. A film that you really like, but it's meant to be bad. Is that Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Oh, I love Killer Clowns. That's a great movie. I just thought I'd let you know, mate. There's a guy in the comments here called Notorious BASS who's sort of spamming.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. Oh. There's always one. In fact, I think he was in my stream last night. So.
Right. Okay.
But.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm going to have to scroll back to the top, but thanks for letting me know that, James.
No, it's all right.
When you need them.
Yeah, I was thinking. I thought I'd give it a couple minutes if one of the moderators blocks in, but the moderators have failed us tonight. But yeah, no, I love those because it's funny whenever I have mates around for drinks and we end up having one too many, we're like, let's put a film on. It's always something like Scooby-Doo 2: Monsters Unleashed, and it's great, and I don't mind admitting it. I think it's a fun movie.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. I mean, if you enjoy what you enjoy, don't you? But I mean, I know it's not a great film or anything, but mine is probably House 2. But I really do enjoy that film.
I like that film. I think that's a good movie.
Yeah, so that's my answer. BG London.
Yeah.
Hello guys, how are you? Really good, Lucas. Hope you're good, nice yourself. Who's your favourite chaser? That's a good question.
Oh.
The Dark Destroyer for me, definitely. I just think he's hilarious, and
he's good.
I love the way Bradley's like sort of has a joke with him, and he just stares at him.
Yeah, I quite like the Beast, Mark Strong. Is it Mark Strong?
Mark LaBeouf.
Oh, Mark LaBeouf. Yeah. Who's Mark Strong? I've heard that name somewhere.
He was in Cruella, wasn't he?
Oh God, of course he was. Yeah. There we go. Old guy. I do that a lot. I just get one name in my head. I'm like, just pick a surname. But yeah, I like him. He's quite good.
Yeah. He's definitely the most knowledgeable, I think.
Yeah.
Have you seen Reanimated before, Jordan? And are you a fan of it? I haven't, Scott. I think it was Archie as well. He was telling me to watch this from Film Geek 13. I really have to watch that. So I'm afraid I haven't, mate. Sorry about that. Have you, James?
No, I don't even know what it is.
You like South Park kid fan 1999? Do you guys like South Park and Family Guy or The Simpsons? Well, James has sort of just answered that one, haven't you?
Yeah, not for me, really.
Yeah, I like South Park a lot. I go in and out of it. I'm not addicted to it or anything. I used to love The Simpsons way more than I do now, but I can still watch it. Family Guy is sort of faded for me a little bit now. I was a big fan of it, but Geordie Paul's here, Magpie Movies. Hello, Paul. Evening, chaps. Glad to see you're both doing well. I'm off to see Quiet Place tonight. Can't wait. Well, mate, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did because it's fantastic.
I'm actually so happy to hear it's good. I really am. I was a little bit nervous just because I love John Krasinski so much. I just couldn't bear to hear a bad word said against that guy, so I'm pleased to hear that it's doing well for him.
Yeah, good stuff. Do you guys think Elijah Wood has seen Hot Fuzz? I don't know. Is there a joke about Elijah Wood in there?
I'm guessing there is, but I can't remember it.
I really don't know, my friend. James, I replayed Red Dead Redemption 2. This is Lucas because it's my favorite game, and when I first played Red Dead 2, I cried. I won't read the spoiler out, but
yeah, that's a bit of a big spoiler there. But yeah, have you played Red Dead, Jordan? Have you played
yeah. I played both of them. Yeah,
I reckon that's my favorite game I've ever played. I haven't played loads though, but I fell in love with that game.
I slightly prefer the first. Just I don't know why. I just think the second one there's a lot of horse riding and stuff, but it's a brilliant story. So
I preferred the first
why
one.
it's your favorite game. It is amazing.
Yeah, I preferred the first ones online, 100%. I remember me and my mates. There was the base on the other side of the river where there was some cannons, and we would just sit on the cannons for ages. Just get our most wanted. We just have the police coming at us constantly. Fire the cannon, fire the cannon, fire the cannon. Sit there for ages.
I don't think the second one's quite took off the online, is it?
Oh, it was. Do you know what? I haven't played much of it, but it was what I have played was awful.
Oh, right. I think they didn't quite hit the GTA 5 mark, really, did they?
I mean, GTA 5's online was stellar compared to Red Dead.
Jordan, have you ever played any of the Football Manager games? I have, Cypher, but not for a long time. But I used to be addicted to them. I probably played them games more time than anything back in the day. I was addicted to them. South Park Kid Fan, 1999. Have you seen Green Street? Yes, I have. Have you, James?
I haven't. No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's okay. Elijah Wood actually is in that.
Is it?
Yeah. I enjoy it. I do prefer the Football Factory more, though. These are like hooligan films, like football hooligans just fighting everyone. Oh, Tom 180, thanks so much for coming along, mate. All right, lads, hope you're both doing good. Have you seen a film called The Children 2008? I have.
Oh, that's another one I haven't seen.
Yeah, I've seen that one, Tom. It's okay, actually. I think it's like a 6 out of 10 film, but there's a couple of shocking scenes in it. It's basically about it's a horror film about kids who go wrong, who go evil, really.
Sounds good.
I also played Red Dead Redemption 1, which I love, but I like 2 better. So fair enough, Lucas. You're in James's camp there.
Yeah.
At Nando's right now. Hope you guys are well. Armani 27. I didn't mean to flex or anything.
Oh, you're definitely flexing.
Have you seen Falling Down with Michael Douglas? Yes. I've just been talking about this with a guy called Sam on Instagram. Yeah, I have seen it, but not for a long time. Have you, James?
No, but I think someone recommended it to me on my Instagram. Literally the other, a couple of days ago, because I talked about
it was Sam who I was speaking to, because he just said he recommended it to you.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was who it was then. Because I think, as I mentioned, Michael Douglas is the game in my video, that it's kind of like, oh, this is a better Michael Douglas film. So I do need to jump on that movie. Yeah,
I like Michael Douglas. I think he's a really great actor. But
I really like him.
What did you watch Leon on 4K, James? I think he's asking, did you watch Leon on 4K?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, it was. I don't. Have you seen Leon? I'm
yeah, I have. Yeah.
What do you think of it? Because I
think it's a brilliant movie, but it is a bit weird.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Like, from a filmmaking standpoint, I was like, this is great. But the whole Natalie Portman falling in love with him, considering she was 13 at the time, I was like, this is a bit weird.
Apparently, in the book, it goes a bit further than that, which is even weirder. So
yeah, maybe the film held it back a bit then, but I still thought it maybe went a little bit too far in a couple areas. But
yeah, I thought the opening scene was brilliant. The parts with Gary Oldman bursting into the apartment was great, and I thought the ending, the way he sort of gets out the situation, was really well done.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you like No Country for Old Men? Yes, I think it's a brilliant film, my friend. Do you, James? Have you seen that one?
Really good. I only watched it for the first time about 2 months ago, and I thought it was incredible. What's the guy called who plays the murderer in it?
Javier Bardem.
That's it. He's so good in that movie. I think he's right. Yeah, he's so good in that movie.
I remember watching that for the first time, and I just went, "Wow, that's like one of the best films I've ever seen." I've never returned to it though. I've only seen it once, so.
Yeah, I really liked it, but I thought the I still don't know how I feel about the ending. It felt a bit sudden to me, the ending. I was like, oh, okay, it's over.
I agree with you there, James. That is my one gripe with it, the ending.
Mm.
So, hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hello, Wormy Spoons.
Hello.
We're doing great. Thank you so much for coming along. Lucas, my favorite premium I have is 2001: A Space Odyssey. My favorite film in the Criterion Collection is 12 Angry Men, and I don't own an Arrow video. I love 12 Angry Men. I know you watched it, didn't you, James? Not long ago, was
Yeah,
it?
really, really good film.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think Arrow Video might be my favorite series out of those three that keep coming up because I think Criterion have the technically best films, but I think Arrow have the most fun films, and I'll take fun over like a technically well-made movie any day.
I agree with you, mate. I mean, I'm sort of in that camp as well. I do really like independent films and stuff, but I would take a blockbuster if you get me. I mean,
I see lately I've just been loving these kind of cheesy 80s movies. They're like, but I just like any, like lately I've done a lot of horrors, but like I watched like Dirty Dancing for the first time and like some musicals and stuff like that. And it's like, I just kind of love the whole 80s cheesy vibe.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people say the 80s is the best era for movies. I personally love the 90s more, but the 80s has got something that every other decade doesn't have. I just think it's got a lot of. They're trying to recapture it in films now, and I don't think they can. They're trying, but they're doing a good job of it, but it's not quite the 80s.
No, I think there's something about the 80s, but it's just the 80s in general. Like 80s music's the same. It has that kind of very overproduced style to it that they couldn't afford, or it almost feels a little bit dated now, but it works so well with those movies, especially things like, Killer Clowns, Gremlins and stuff like that. It works so well in those kind of movies, I think.
Yeah. By the way, I'm a big fan of Gremlins too. I know you liked it as well.
I liked it. It was good fun. When the one started talking, I was like, this is what I want. This is the kind of stuff I love. It's like, and he's got his proper, smart ass voice. I'm like, I love it. This is brilliant.
I'm in the camp with like 10% of people over the 90 who probably prefer Gremlins 2, to be honest. I had more fun with the second one.
You know what? I think I gotta say I prefer the first one just because I sort of again, parents probably shouldn't have been showing me this one when I was younger. In fact, I think it was my aunt who showed me it, but I sort of grew up with that one a little bit. But if someone said, what one would you rather put on? Even though I think I prefer the first one, I'd rather put the second one on. I think there's more rewatchability to it.
Yeah.
And Christopher Lee's in it. Love Christopher.
The mad scientist, isn't he?
Yeah. He, honestly, top 10 actors, human beings ever, Christopher Lee. So if he's in it, it goes up points.
Hulk Hogan as well, just saying, put Gremlins 2 back on now.
Yeah, when Hulk Hogan showed up, I was like, what on earth's going on? And then like they referenced the first movie or something, they're sitting in a cinema watching it. I'm like, what on earth is happening?
Do you like TV series like South Park, Peaky Blinders, Daredevil, Punisher, Falcon Winter Soldier, Clone Wars, and what's your favourite season out of those shows? Well, that's a big question to answer, South Park kid, but do you want to just pick one of them, James, and pick your favourite season out of it or something?
I'll say Peaky Blinders, and I loved season 4.
Yeah. I'd say Peaky Blinders as well, I'd say season, which is the one where it goes political, is that 5?
5, yeah.
I would say season 4. Is that the one with Tom Hardy?
Yeah, that's the one where there's a pretty shocking death in the first episode. Because that was the first season I watched live. And I remember when that character dies in the first episode, I was like, well, that's a shame.
I would actually agree with you there, James. Out of all them TV shows,
the American guys come over, don't they? And what's his face is in it? The guy from the third Predators film.
Oh, Agent Brody, yeah.
That's it. Love that man. Such a good actor.
Everyone said his performance was terrible in it, but I thought he was really good.
I just love that man. I think he's brilliant. He could. Yeah. I think he always gives a good performance.
Yeah. Okay. I only have one Arrow Academy. I have one BFI. I've got one Arrow Academy as well, which is The Hunt. I have a few BFIs. Salo being one of them.
Yeah, I don't have any of either, to be honest. Of those, they're two series of collections I have yet to get into.
Might be a bit behind on the comments here because Aiden's just saying thanks for the answer. Great picks, lads. Was lucky enough to see Jaws in 35mm a few years ago on the big screen. Great experience. Hope we can collab soon, mate. I'll still be here, but I'll be quiet for now. Aiden, I know I was meant to do a comedy collab with you, mate. I'm really sorry. I've just been trying to get round to the movies that you picked. But in return, I'll get you on a live stream before we do that collab in a few weeks if you want, mate. I'll just message me on Twitter. James from Movie Mads here. Hey folks, bad day at Black Rock. Black Rock is great. There's another movie from the 50s like that called Bad Saturday or something that's also worth a watch. I haven't heard of Bad Saturday, have you, James?
I have not. No. Is that a premium range one or is that just a...
I don't know, James. If you can come back to us and see if it's a premium one. But if you do want a bad day at Black Rock, James, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I don't think I have that one. It's so bad that I have to do that. I have to look. I should know what I own, but I don't think I own that one.
To be honest, mate, I used to know every movie I own. Now I'm sort of second guessing when I'm in CX and that now because it's getting a bit bigger.
Yeah, I know my criterions because I watched them all, but with the premiums and the arrows, I haven't watched them all, so they're the ones that I struggle with. I'm like, especially the premiums. I'm like, do I own that?
Hi guys, how are you doing? What is your least favorite horror film?
That's hard. That's really.
I know what mine is, but I don't know if it's classed as a horror. Really, I think it is. Mine's probably Island of Death, which is actually on Arrow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've got it just behind me somewhere. I'll show you it real quick. All the DVDs always get stuck when you do this live.
Yeah.
It's this one. Have you seen that on the Amazon or anything, James?
I have not. I think I'd remember that cover. Jeez.
Well, it was one of them video nasties in Britain. It got banned and everything, but it's so bad. It really is.
I don't know. Most of mine are like those sequels that you'd almost expect to be bad, like Jaws: The Revenge. That was crap. You know what? Battle Royale, Requiem. I was so disappointed with that because I loved the first one so much. Fantasy Island from last year or the year before, that was shite, I thought.
I missed that one.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That was no good.
I'd say Freddy's Dead is up there, though. That is a bad movie.
Is that in that set I've got? That's a 7-film set?
Yeah, it's part 6, so...
Oh, great.
But the one after it, though, really does pick the franchise up again, so...
Yeah. I'm going to get full 7 of those. I'm going to get full 7. Then I'm going to do the Friday the 13th films. You can get a pack of 8 on Amazon pretty cheap. I know there's like a bigger box that you can get with more in, but in my opinion, that box is so huge. It's too much for me. Like, it would take up so much room. So I'm going to get this set. It's a lot cheaper as well.
I watched Friday the 13th the other day because my fiancée had never seen it. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. It's what you're after, mate. Cheesy 80s fun.
Yeah, I think I'll like it a lot. I do.
Yeah. It's what it made me want to do now is watch all the sequels as well, because there's 2 I still haven't seen. But
no,
going to see A Quiet Place 2 tomorrow. Well, James, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did, mate.
I'm genuinely going to be like the last person to see it. I swear, everyone's seen it before me.
I hope we're not picking it up for you too much here, James. Because I keep saying it's amazing. I hope it doesn't disappoint you. What's your favourite death in Hot Fuzz, and do you think Hot Fuzz is gory?
Well, I suppose it's a bit gory. I still remember watching it probably shouldn't have been watching it as a kid, but I did. The bit where they're in the bar and then they shoot the bear, the foot trap that the hunters use in the bar, and it comes down on the pub owner's head. That was a bit like, oh.
I must admit, James, I have seen the movie, but I can't really remember it. Is the one that happens in a shopping mall or something? Yeah.
It's an annual watch for me. Shaun of the Dead, and Hot Fuzz. I watch them at least once a year. I love those 2 films. Favorite death though? I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. I quite like it when they catch the main villain at the end. He's sort of just driving away. He's getting away, and then the swan's just in the boot.
I'm gonna have to give this a rewatch. I really am. I know everyone loves it, but
my favorite comedy film, I'd say, Hot Fuzz. I love it.
Cornetto trilogy. just checked. It's called A Violent Saturday. Whole movie is on YouTube. Well, James, thanks so much for that. I will try and check that out. Violent Saturday. What are your thoughts on Hot Fuzz and Bad Boys movies? Well, like I said, I haven't seen Hot Fuzz for a while. Bad Boys, I really enjoyed that latest one, the third one. I thought that was great. Not a big fan of the second, to be honest. I thought the first was really good as well.
Do you know what? Bad Boys is so weird. I've only seen the third one.
The first?
The third.
Oh, the third.
It was new. Everyone was talking about it. There was no other films last year at one point, and I was like, I just want to watch it so I can sort of talk to people about a new release.
Yeah. To be honest, mate, I only watched the first two last year because that one was coming out. So, yeah. The second one, it's just total. If you want the perfect Michael Bay movie, it's that. Just explosions all over the place, 10-minute car chases that sort of just become samey as you're watching it.
Yeah, I think it'd do my head in, to be honest.
Yeah. And it's on for 2 hours and 30 minutes. So
yeah.
Oh, good question. Favorite Indiana Jones movie? What's yours, James?
Oh, it's got to be the first one, isn't it? I think it got to be.
Or Temple of Doom.
You know what? I actually loved that one as a kid, and then when I really got into movies, a lot of people I've heard a lot of people say it's their least favorite, the original three, and I don't get it. It's like, for me, it's my second favorite. I do really like that film.
To be honest, I did watch the first one last year for the first time in a while because I was doing a collab with my friend Andy, and he picked his favorite 80s films. So I just wanted to rewatch it. It is probably better than the second, but for nostalgia and more rewatchability, I'd probably go for the second. I mean, if we're going to throw one on now, I'll put the second one on.
Oh, I think I'd agree. The second one's the most fun, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Right, Scott, excellent stream tonight, guys. Really enjoyed this. Also, are you excited for Creed 3?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that'll be really good.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan might be directing it as well. So
I've heard, they announced today. I completely glanced over it, so I already have forgotten. But I know they announced today or yesterday what actor is going to play the guy he's going against.
So, I missed that one.
Yeah, to be honest, I sort of scrolled over it so quick. I sort of missed it anyway, to be honest myself. But yeah, I love both Creed films, so I'm excited to see the third installment.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I mean, could be a really solid trilogy, really, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Mitchell, thanks for coming along, mate. My favourite Indiana Jones film is Raiders, yeah. Same as James there. For me, Hot Fuzz is brilliant. Bad Boys 1 is rubbish. Bad Boy 2 is an absolutely masterpiece. I don't know about that, my friend. Bad Boys for Life is the best Bad Boy film. Super gory. I do think Bad Boys for Life is the best Bad Boys film, in my opinion. So, and I think James thinks that as well because he hasn't seen the other two.
To be honest, I saw the other two were directed by Michael Bay, and I was just like, no, thank you. No, I'm not a fan of that man.
Fair enough, mate. He's not everyone's cup of tea. No. Thanks, guys. We'll check some of those releases out. No problem, Haley. Thank you for the question. Alex, have you seen? I don't know who Alex is, but unless he's talking to someone in the chat there.
Oh yeah.
When I first watched Jurassic Park, I didn't like it, but when I rewatched it, it became one of my top 20 favorite movies. I love Jurassic Park so much. I've got a feeling that's in your top 20, James. Am I right?
Probably in my top 5. It's just an absolute joy, that movie. It is so good. It's like the closest thing to Star Wars for me in terms of like one of those slightly older films now that just screams like blockbuster. Like it's a film that changed the game.
Yeah, stands the test of time, doesn't it, mate? It doesn't even. If that come out tomorrow, it'd still be really relevant to today's cinema. I think.
I know there's some flaws in it. There's some stupid things that happen, but for me, it is the definition of a fun movie.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I love in that? John Hammond. I love the way he just like pops the champagne when he come in the caravan and stuff.
There are some bits that kill me. The guy gets eaten in the toilet. When he runs into the toilet, it's like, it's made of hay. You're better in the car. You're better genuinely. You're better where you are.
Just left the kids on their own, didn't he? Yeah, but that's a great scene, by the way. That T-Rex scene, isn't it?
Oh, so good. I still remember watching Jurassic World in the cinema, and I got goosebumps at the end when they're playing the theme tune and the T-Rex walks out and he just does that roar on top of the new park, and it's like, yep, okay, I'm 10 again watching Jurassic Park for the first time. This is great.
I've been really meaning to rewatch that first one for a while now. I haven't seen it for some time, but I do remember a lot about it. Vikings is better than Game of Thrones, fair enough. Enters epically. Okay. 300 the Spartans, yes, Alex, thank you. We must be really behind here. I'll try and catch up to everyone's comments. Sorry about this. What are your thoughts on Boogie Nights 1997? I think it's a really good film.
I really want to watch it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. I know Alex Pitt was giving it a 5-star and everything on his letterbox. So yeah, it's a really good film. I think Heather Graham in that one.
Okay.
I think a really young Mark Wahlberg's in it as well.
Yeah. I like Mark Wahlberg, to be fair. He's always a good time.
I think you enjoy that, James, to be honest. Seeing if you both thinking about Vikings and trying to work out if 300 is a Viking movie, maybe different mythology, guys. Yeah, that
was me, to be fair. I haven't seen 300 in ages, and for some reason I was thinking loads of topless men with swords. I'm like, Vikings. That's a Viking film, isn't it?
I think because I couldn't think of one, I was just like sort of naming Troy and 300.
Yeah. God.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. Jordan, do you own any DVDs? I only own one DVD. That is a film called The Believer, because my friend Adrian really recommended that film to me, who I used to work with, and he kindly bought me it because I don't think there was a Blu-ray of it. So that's the only one I own. Do you, James?
I've got a couple. I've got Taika Waititi's Boy, and then I've got behind me. I've got The Office, the American one, Only Fools and Horses, Primeval, which was incredible ITV show, I think, and I got the Sarah Jane Adventures because, you know, big Doctor Who fan, and I sort of grew up watching that. So
yeah, I kind of wish I would have kept hold of some of my DVDs, to be honest, because there's like the B movie horrors that you used to be able to get, like you can't get them on Blu-ray, and I used to have a soft spot for them. Going back to guilty pleasure films, I used to like, there's one called Camp Blood. And this is just basically about a guy with a clown mask going around killing people with a machete, but it was so badly made. But I must have watched it like 10 times. So I wish I would have kept them type of films.
Yeah, I know what you mean. See, I didn't really have that. My DVDs were just sort of Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Jaws, Indiana Jones, which I've just sort of just upgraded to Blu-ray now. So
yeah. Have you seen next Midnight Meat Train? And do you like Get Out and Us? I haven't seen Midnight Meat Train. That's the one with Vinnie Jones in. Have you, James?
I haven't seen that one. No.
Do you like Get Out and Us?
Yeah, I like those two a lot. Another comedy actor, Jordan Peele, directing horror films.
Man, isn't it? Which one do you prefer if you had to pick one?
I'm going to go Get Out, but I do really like Us.
Yeah. I think the thing with Get Out, I think I seen it coming after about 10 minutes in, the ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think that put me off it a little bit. And I do prefer Us, but I've only seen both of them once, and I do like both of them. So
yeah. No, they're great.
But it is strange that he's directing horror films.
Yeah, it's so weird when you go on his IMDb page and you see, like, because I think like between those two films, his project was like Toy Story 4 because he voiced one of the stuffed animals. It's like so weird. Like Get Out, Toy Story 4, Us. It's like, what's going on?
There's mods. Yeah, you can have mods in your stream. The butterfly effect for me. I don't know what that's referring to.
No.
But it's an amazing film. Have you seen that, James?
I haven't. I do need to. I've heard it's great. People actually recommended it to me, so I need to jump on that.
Well, my sister used to have it on DVD years ago. She got a DVD player for Christmas once, and that was one of the first films she got. And she used to have like a little thing for Ashton Kutcher, I thought.
Yeah.
So she went, just watch this. And I went, oh no, I'm not watching that stupid teenage kids film. I watched it, mate, and I was just like, oh my God, I did not expect this. It's like a brutal film in some places, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough. I will try and watch that one, to be fair.
Yeah, it is really good. Like, which is your favourite box set you own, looks-wise? Mine is the limited edition Hitchcock set in a glass case, or Get Out from Everything Blue.
You know what that battle royale set I just got? That is all Godzilla Criterion. I feel like I've got to say that one.
Is that the one that was like £100 or something?
It was I think it was 150 when I got it, and then like 2 weeks later, Criterion were like sale. I was like, cheers. But to be fair, I finished it. I really got my money's worth out of it. I did go for all those films, watched a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and it's a beautiful set. It's really cool.
It does look good. I've only seen the cover art really, but that battle royale one as well. It's massive, isn't it?
Do you know what? When I checked out with it, I wasn't sure. I recalled someone saying there was only 2 films in it, but I was like, there's like 6 things that come out. I mean, surely there's like 3 or 4 films in there. I was like, oh no, then it's just 2 films.
I'd probably go with the Arrow RoboCop because it's not one of them. Like I don't really pay over. Like I'm not saying over the odds, but I don't really go out and pay like £70 for the Dawn of the Dead box set that came out lately, as an example. I already own it on Blu-ray. It's only certain films that I'm really interested in buying big box sets for, but I'd probably say the RoboCop one.
Yeah,
to be to pick one.
No, I'm not one to go out and spend loads on big sets as well, either. To be honest, the Battle Royale one was. I'm still surprised I bought that. I'm really happy I did because I absolutely fell in love with that movie when I watched it. The Godzilla one I've been after for a while. That one was a long time coming, I think.
Yeah, you needed to get that one, mate.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would have got that Battle Royale one, but I own the Blu-ray, so
you don't need the second one. You don't need the second one.
Yeah, I was actually intrigued about watching that, and then I seen you talk about it, and I was like, oh, maybe not, because I only watched that for the first time last year, the first one. So
yeah.
So good, but acted so badly. I don't know what film that is. I'm very sorry. Are you guys very strong? Not really.
I still remember when I was on my last holiday before all of this COVID stuff with my mates. We went to Bali and we were in a bar and had a boxing machine. I think I got like second to lowest score out my mates. I was like, well, that proves everything. I already knew this.
You didn't get the lowest, mate. Look the bright side.
That's true.
I watched Trainspotting 1 and 2 back to back. Nice binge watch. You're a fan of them films, aren't you, James?
Yeah, funny enough, I did the same thing. I watched them back to back. Must have been about 4 or 5 months ago now. So I actually done the same thing. I actually prefer the second one. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but
I've heard a few people say that. To be honest, I've never seen the second one. I've seen the first, but
I like the second one more because it's Danny Boyle got really creative with like the cinematography and like some of the camera choices and the lighting. It's amazing visually. I think.
I have to get hold of that one, mate. It's always in Poundland as well. I always see it staring at me.
Yeah, the 4K. I'd really recommend actually getting it in 4K because it looks incredible.
Yeah. As soon as I said that, I thought, hang on, there's actually a 4K of this.
Yeah, well, no, to be fair, you wouldn't think Trainspotting 2 is a film you need to see in 4K because you'd think it'd be like the first one, just a bunch of druggies and stuff. But some of the stuff that Danny Boyle does in that film is incredible. Like, it's fantastic.
I have to get it all of that one then. My favourite chaser is the new one, Dada the Menace Ennis. I actually watched his when he was on the show years ago, wasn't he? And I actually watched it on YouTube the other day. He done quite well, actually.
Is he the one who's like he's like a skinnier bloke?
Yeah, I think he's at it.
Yeah. I think I've seen like 1 or 2 with him in.
I think we're a bit behind there, aren't we? Watched Saint Maud on Prime the other night. Think you might like it, Jordan. Yeah, I've heard great things about this film. I really wanted to go and see it last October, but just didn't get round to it because it was at the cinema, wasn't it? Have you seen it, James?
No, I don't think I've seen that one. It rings a bell, but I don't think I've seen it.
I think the woman in it is like got a terminal illness, and I'm always wary going into them type of films because I worry about health a lot. So I'm always a bit wary watching them.
Yeah, when you watch films like that, it does always make you think like, oh, you know, you should always go get checked, all blah blah blah, and it makes you go a little bit paranoid almost.
Yeah. So I will watch it though. Are you going to watch Euro 2020? I'm not sure you are you, James? Or are you?
You know what? It's the one time I sort of get into it, I suppose, the World Cup stuff. So I might, but I won't be upset if I miss anything. I know that much.
I mean, if you're in the pub or something with your mates, you might just carry on, just watch it with them or something.
Yeah, because I still remember during the World Cup, that's when I went to when they weren't Magaluf with my mates, and we were in the. It weren't the match where we went out, but we watched the final out there. So that was actually quite exciting, I must admit. Yeah. Even though we weren't playing, it was quite exciting to watch the final in a very loud pub abroad with a load of British people. I mean, that was actually quite a fun experience. And I won money, so that was a bonus as well.
Yeah. Like, that's it. My fiance, like, she's only just started getting into footy with me because of the lockdown stuff, but she knows all the outcomes and stuff. You know, for someone who doesn't really watch it that much, but she knows it's going to happen.
You can get her betting. She'll start winning you loads of money if she's.
Yeah. Jordan, can you watch and review What Dreams May Come with Robin Williams? I can't even think of that film. Have you seen that film?
I haven't. I do really like Robin Williams films though, so I trust it's a good film. But
when people recommend me to review films with my spoons, I do write them down. And people have asked me to review Dog Soldiers. I have got it written down. So after this stream, I will write that down and hopefully do a review.
Yeah.
What do you use to do your streams on? I used a MacBook when I went on Alex Pitt's channel and felt my audio quality wasn't the best. I use my AirPods as well. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. What are you on there, James? Are you on your iPad or something?
No, I'm on my MacBook Air because, and I used to use headphones, but I've got wired ones. I'm not up enough class to have AirPods yet. But they have the little built-in mics, don't they, on the wires? And I think I was on a big Paulie stream, and his audio was so quiet compared to mine. I think because my mic was like dangling here, and I was so loud. And one of the few. Because I noticed people don't really comment on the live streams much, but on his one, he had like 3 comments. So one of them was just like, I would have liked to enjoy this stream, but I could barely hear you over James Paul. And it was like, maybe I will not use those headphones again.
Right. I really want to get a MacBook, to be honest. I've been planning on getting one for such a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I really love my MacBook. I was always against getting Apple stuff, but I got my MacBook. Then I've got my iPhone, and I want to get some AirPods, and I want to get the Apple Watch. But you know, it's saving up for all this stuff, I guess. Considering, like I said earlier, I've just bought a car, so it's like probably going to be a while before I get those other bits. But
and it's expensive Apple stuff. But I'm using my phone, by the way, Aiden. Believe it or not, very professional.
Still does the job.
Yeah. Do you guys watch House of Cards? I own the first season, but I've never watched it.
Yeah, no. Jake Blower very kindly sent me season 1 and 2, but I have yet to watch it.
Yeah. Don't talk about football. Football doesn't exist. Okay, Wormy Spoons, we'll try not to. I did see you in the Toffee TV stream before, though. So this is an Everton fan channel. I've seen him in the stream before. Red Dead Redemption 2 is amazing. Just got to chapter 4. Luckily, I already knew about the Arthur spoiler. So you got to be careful with these spoilers, haven't you?
I must admit, though, it's one of the only times I think I've genuinely shed some tears during a game. At the end, I was like, this is heartbreaking.
At the start, I was like, I don't really like this character. At the end, I was just like, wow, that guy is just an amazing video game character.
I love him. I love Arthur Morgan. I've seen the voice actor at some of the cons that I've been to. I haven't met him, but I've seen him there. I'm like, oh my god, it's Arthur Morgan. Someone actually said he'd be a good voice for the Thing in the Fantastic Four reboot, and I'm like, I can see that. That'd be quite good.
It is brilliant voice acting from him, isn't it? But that does sit the Thing, isn't it? Why is that Fantastic Four new one coming out?
I don't know. It's on Marvel's. It's in production with Marvel, so I'm guessing. I would guess 2024 on that.
because I actually watched the 2005 one, is it, the other day with me fiance, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, I mean, I don't think the Silver Surfer was that great, but I was thinking it'd be great if these could come into the MCU.
Yeah, well, I still really want John Krasinski to play Mr. Fantastic. He'd be so good as him. But yeah, they're on their way. That's the nice thing. We're definitely getting them.
Yeah. And it was weird as well because Captain America was in the ones I watched.
Yeah, so weird.
Weird.
He's just the opposite. He's so cocky and annoying in those ones.
Yeah. You loving the jazzy T-shirt, James?
Thank you. Yeah, it's so hot. I was like, I've got to put something thin on tonight. Also, because I sweat a lot, so I was like, if I put something thick on, I'm just sitting here talking to a camera. I'm going to just be dripping. It's one of my going out shirts. I like to wear very flowery shirts at night.
James, have you? Tony Montana wears them type of shirts, James, doesn't he, on Scarface?
I haven't seen Scarface. But yeah, no, honestly, I've got in my cupboard, I've got a whole row. In fact, I'll pan the camera just to show you. They're actually leaking out my cupboard a bit at the minute because there's so many.
Get a look at James' movie room. Yeah.
There's all my colourful shirts sort of bleeding out the cupboard. I tell you, I got loads of the flowery shirts in there. I love them. I turned into one of those British people on holiday in Benidorm where I have all these flowery shirts.
nice stuff. James, have you finished Red Dead Redemption 2? You have, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I've done that like about a month after it came out.
What are your favourite character in GTA 5 and what are your thoughts on the storyline? Mine's Trevor. I think the guy is just crazy. Storyline's good. I liked it, but I think the game is very, very easy. It's one of the easiest games I've ever played. And I thought that took a little bit away, but it's a good story. So
yeah. See, I think it's the opposite to Red Dead for me, whereas with GTA 5, I loved the online, but didn't really care for the story too much, just because everyone in the story was an arsehole. I was like, no one I'm rooting for here. I think you're all, I don't like any of you. But the online's amazing, whereas Red Dead, it's like, the campaign's amazing. I love Arthur, but the online sucks.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Has Jordan watched Justin Bieber? Never say never. And I will never watch that.
No, I don't think I'll ever be watching that as well.
Hello, Ben. Thanks for coming along.
Hello, Ben.
You own No Country for Old Men on Blu-ray? Yes, I do. Do you, James?
I actually don't. I watched it on Netflix. I will pick it up when I find it cheap because I love the film, but no, I don't actually have that one yet.
One of the first Blu-rays I ever picked up, I think. Hello, mate. I love your reviews. Well, I think he's talking to you there, James.
Oh, really? Oh, no, surely not. But
whoever it is, Colin, I know you're on my Instagram and stuff. Thank you so much. If that's for me, thank you. Yeah. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna hop off. Plus, Javier Bardem is the 007 movie Skyfall. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, he was very good in that movie, actually.
What makes the Arrow video special? I never heard of it before. Oh yeah, because I done an Arrow video collection and Cool Kids Clip said, "What's Arrow video?" Oh. It's just a label that does cult movies, sort of like 80s cheesy horror, but there's a lot of other films they do as well.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite label just because it has like Tremors, RoboCop, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like, there's so many, The Thing, so many great titles in that range.
Yeah, just I love the cover arts as well. They're just great.
Yeah,
like even that Island of Death, it's terrible, but I love the cover art.
Yeah, like funny enough, one of my favorite covers is the Killer Clowns one. I think that one's amazing.
Yeah. Out of print now, isn't it? Unfortunately,
I was so lucky. I kept going into HMV every week, and it was there. And one week I was like, I'm gonna buy it, and I went in there and it was gone. I was like, oh, that's a shame. I went on Arrow's website and it was like, discontinued. I was like, oh no. Went on eBay, I found one for £15. I was just like, buy. I've got to get it before it goes.
I always do that, with films. I should have bought that.
Yeah. Do you know what, though? I reckon that's one because Battle Royale went out of print, and I couldn't find that one anywhere. And then also this box set come back. Killer Clowns has got such a big following lately. I reckon that will get like a Tremors, RoboCop, kind of mini box set. I reckon they'll do one for it.
Would you upgrade if they did?
I think I would. I've really become very fond of that movie. I got a little pop of one of the clowns the other day as well.
Yeah. I think Rob from Robert Pet's Bounty picked all three of them up.
That's why I found them. I saw his post and was like, oh my God. And I just won a gift card from Alex Pitt, which he very kindly sent over. And I was straight on Amazon. But one of my really good friends is called Reese. He's the one whose poster I gave away in one of my competitions. Yeah. He's obsessed with Killer Clowns, and he's a tattoo artist. And up one of his legs, he's got this huge killer clown. And it's like, mate, I really love it. But he's sort of the one who got me into that movie, because he kept going to me, you got to watch Killer Clowns, you got to do it. So
yeah, I think you said that on your stream last night. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I owe him for that movie. It's, I don't know, it's not a very good movie really, but it's so fun and hilarious.
It really is, mate. I've been trying to get my fiance to watch it for some time. She's like, I don't fancy that at all. I was like, that's the point. I mean, someone knows what it is.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not for everyone.
Sorry, Melody, Jordan, Emma Roberts, Bug Guy. That's you, James.
I am the Bug Guy.
Jordan, any chance you'll do a room tour at some point? Yes, I will see Cypher, but I just haven't got it ready yet. I know I'm aiming for the end of the year to get this all ready, but I've got another project in the works at the minute. I'm doing like a bar at the bottom of my garden, so
love it.
Yeah, I really want to do it movie themed as well. So if I ever do that movie themed, I'll do a tour of that. But I will try and get this room at the end of the.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I've sort of said to my dad the next thing, because during the first lockdown, I'd done this project in my garden of making like an open cinema, and I put a hot tub in front of the screen. I said, if we ever have another lockdown, the next one's a bar in the garden. That's what I want to do next. Bar in the garden.
Yeah, I mean, they're great, because my dad's just like sort of got one, and I thought it's always just a little bit of a gimmick or whatever. Every time I go down there, mate, I'm in there. It's just the way he's done it is brilliant, and it's only small, but you love sitting in there with the TV and everything.
That's it. But again, my friend Reese, he's the same. He's got a mini bar in his garden. It's on He's even listed it on Facebook as like a place you can visit. It's so funny. We sort of check in there when we go around his house. But it's great. We're just sitting there having cocktails. I love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get one, I think. Have you seen the 2014 Spring?
I've not seen that one.
I'm afraid I haven't either. Is that The Revenant on Blu-ray, James?
Revenant.
Is he on about behind you?
Oh, there it is. Yep, right there.
That's a good spot.
Yeah, that really is. I'm surprised you got that. Well done.
If you want to go to Adrian Brody performance, I would recommend Detachments on Prime. I've never seen that one.
No, I to be honest, I mostly know him from the Wes Anderson films. I love him in Grand Budapest Hotel. He's so good in that. Like because obviously they nick. I think you've seen Grand Budapest.
Yeah. My mind's a little bit fuzzy on it, but I have seen it.
Because they nick the poster, don't they? The boy with Apple, the one that's worth loads of money. And then Adrian Brody's sort of in that room later on, because they've put another poster up there. He's just chatting to some women, and all of a sudden he just looks up at the poster and goes, "What the hell is that?" He just looks at it. It's not the poster. He just destroys it. It's like, that's great.
Yeah. I loved in that film, Ralph Fiennes. I thought he was great.
He's so good. But it's just the bit where it's like he's so calm, and he talks very campy. He's like, "Oh, not at all, darling." And then they'll touch the lobby boy and he just starts screaming, "Get your hands off my lobby boy."
Yeah. His accent's amazing enough. Yeah. Man, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is garbage.
I wouldn't say it's garbage. I thought it was disappointing, I'll admit, but I still thought it was good.
I liked it. I do think it was like a 7 out of 10 or something, where WandaVision is higher. I think WandaVision was definitely better. But
I completely agree.
Question for you, Movie Worm. Who do you think is the worst superhero casting choice for George Clooney as Batman? He makes Ben Affleck. as Daredevil, and Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider look great. So, who do I think is the worst casting choice for a superhero? Can you think of any, James? I mean, I did watch Daredevil the other day for the first time as well, but I don't think Ben Affleck was too terrible in it. It's not his best performance or anything.
No,
George Clooney is a good one because he just doesn't get into the role at all. He's just being himself in a Batman suit.
Yeah, he was there for a paycheck.
Yeah,
Barry as Catwoman, maybe.
I've never seen that film, James, but I've been watching clips of it, and it looks absolutely horrendous.
I've sat through it a few times actually. For some reason, it was always on telly, like 5 or 10 years ago, and it just always used to be on in the background. I don't know. I think that, but I think George Clooney might be the top one there, really.
Yeah, I think he's got a good point there. Because I think he read the script and thought this is going to be terrible, so I'll just go for the paycheck.
I'll just get a paycheck. It's like, what is it? Michael Caine, he missed out on getting an Oscar because he was filming Jaws the Revenge. And then he got asked in an interview about it. He's like, how come you took that movie instead of going to the Oscars? And he went, he said, I was looking to buy a new yacht. So that's why I done Jaws the Revenge. Like, fair enough.
This is honest.
Yeah.
Falcon and the Snow Soldier was pretty bad. Yeah. Got to go now, mate. Been here for about 45 minutes. Watch and enjoyed. Hope you have a good rest of the stream. Talk soon. Thank you so much, Tom. Tom's been like a subscriber to me from the start. He sent me a few things in the post and everything. So thanks, Tom.
Awesome. Yeah.
We have answered that one, South Park kid fan, but yes, we both like that film.
Yeah.
All good, mate. There's no bother at all. We'd love to do a stream sometime with you. We'll drop you a DM now just so it's there. Okay, Aiden, we'll sort it out, mate. I've got Carl on next week, but I'll get you on in a few weeks. Do you guys have a favourite movie genre?
I mean, I think I'd go thriller. They're the ones that sort of keep my attention the best, the good ones.
Yeah. I agree. Well, mine's horror, but second is probably thriller, to be honest, because when you get a good thriller film, it's you get really invested, don't you? Like Seven and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But mine would be horror. Favorite gangster film?
Oh, that's hard. I always struggle with this.
I mean, I'd say The Godfather 2 is the best I've seen, but it's not one I'd rewatch over and over. I'd probably maybe go Goodfellas.
I was gonna say The Departed. The gangsters in that, aren't they? I think. Yeah. I haven't seen it in a while, but The Departed was one that always sort of stuck with me. So I think I'll go with that one.
Some great gangster films out there, though. Have you guys watched No Escape? I haven't.
I actually have seen that. That's the Owen Wilson one, I believe, and I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed that film.
Never heard of it, mate. But how long ago did that come out?
Oh, I was at sixth form when it came out because I remember my media teacher talking about it a lot. God, when was I at sixth form? 2013 or 14, I reckon it probably was. Something like that. But it was quite. It's probably on some streaming thing. Actually, I think I still have it in the collection. It's one of. I do. I've got it right here. There it is.
I've never even seen the cover for that. It looks like Train to Busan, that cover. I've never even seen the cover or anything in the shops.
Pierce Brosnan in it as well. So it's a really good movie, actually. I think I told my mum to go watch it as well, and she really liked it as well. Because my parents like those sort of films, the action-y ones.
All right, I'll have to get on that one. I love Owen Wilson.
Yeah, so do I.
Have you seen the Punisher Netflix series? I'm guessing you have, James, or haven't you? It's
the only Marvel Netflix show I didn't watch on Netflix. And I don't know why, because I loved him in Daredevil Season 2. Because it's John Barnthal, who I also love. I think just because the Marvel Netflix shows, it was looking like they weren't going to be going for too much longer when it came out. I sort of started to lose interest in them.
I've never seen it. I actually do fancy it though. I love the Punisher film from years ago.
I've heard it's really good because I love Daredevil, all 3 seasons. Jessica Jones, the first season was good, the other 2 not so much. So, but there was some good Marvel Netflix stuff.
Are they part of the MCU? I mean, I know they're not, but if they ever brought them characters into the MCU, do you think it'd be the same character?
Well, there's rumors that they're going to be in it. Like what's his name? The guy who plays Daredevil. I've heard that he's in the new Spider-Man, and I've heard that Christian Ritter, who played Jessica Jones, is going to be in She-Hulk, I think, or one of them.
All right.
They were a part of the MCU because they referenced like the Battle of New York, but when they all got cancelled, Kevin Feige went, "No, they're not."
Right.
So
Okay.
they're not part of the MCU, but they could be coming back. So.
Right. Okay. Watched Dirty Harry last night for the first time. Absolutely amazing film. I totally agree. That's a fantastic movie. Have you seen that one, James?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that one.
There's actually 5 of them. But Clint Eastwood film. It's really good, actually. I actually like the second one a little bit better, though.
Okay, I do need to check them out.
Mitchell, Footloose 1984 or Footloose 2011, Jordan? I'm really sorry, Mitchell. I haven't seen either of them.
No, I keep getting told to watch them. Ryan says I'll love them because it's right up my street. So I do need to. I love the song Footloose.
Yeah, I've heard the song. Kevin Bacon is in this, isn't he?
Yeah, I do. I do love, with a capital L, Kevin Bacon. That man kills me in Tremors every time. Some of his lines.
There'll be a nice surprise for you then when you watch the first 5 of the 13th film.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Who would win in a fight between Jason Bourne and Brian Mills? I'd have to go Jason Bourne.
Who's Brian Mills?
Off Taken.
Oh, okay. Yeah, surely Jason Bourne's got that one. He's more or less the American James Bond, right?
Yeah, gotta be on him. What percentage of your collection have you haven't seen? For me, it's about 75% that he hasn't seen. I know I own about 1,100 films, I think, because I keep a count, and there's like 40 that I haven't seen, and that's what I'm trying to get through right now. I want to have a collection where I've seen them all, and then I'm even trying to buy films that I've already seen now instead of buying films that I haven't. So.
See, I was sort of the opposite. I've seen most of the normal films in my collection, like, you know, just my more modern Blu-rays around me. I'd seen probably about 90% of them. But then the last year, I've got so into collecting like Arrow premiums that I've worked up quite a few films that I haven't watched now. But I've watched all my Criterions. I've watched over half my premiums, probably about half my Arrows. So I am getting there on those.
Yeah. James, did you watch Hot Fuzz alone as a kid when you was a kid? Did you think Hot Fuzz was scary?
No, I didn't find it scary. I found Shaun of the Dead scary as a kid just because it was zombies. I didn't find Hot Fuzz that scary.
I've only seen Shaun of the Dead once. I couldn't really get into it that much, but I think I prefer it a second time, to be honest, because there was just a lot of zombie horror comedy stuff back then. So
I just reckon there's some lines in that just kill me, that me and my mates still just reference, like the bit where he's just sitting in the front room and they're talking about zombies on the thing, and then Nick Frost, he's not sitting next to Simon Pegg, just hearing go, "There's a girl in the garden." It's like,
doesn't he go over to his mum and he doesn't? I love it when he's walking down the street and there's just zombies everywhere and he doesn't even get onto it. You think he's just buying a pint of milk or something.
the guy that was homeless the day before, who's now a zombie, sort of comes up to him. He's going, "I ain't got any change, mate. I ain't got."
Favorite movie animal? Ooh, that's a good question.
Movie animal. Oh, so what? I just pet in a film or something.
Well, can you go animated?
Yeah. See, I was thinking Marley from Marley and Me, just because it reminds me of my dog a bit, I guess.
Yeah. That's a hard one. I like Brad Pitt's dog in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That is a hard question. I'd probably go with. I'm going to stick with mine now. I think Marley from Marley and Me.
Yeah,
I do really.
I really can't think at the top of my head, but
Mm.
I've never actually seen Marley and Me, James. I know what he looks like though, but I've never actually seen a film. It really.
Marley and Me is brilliant. It's so good. It rips your heart out though. Just takes a giant shit on it.
So I've heard, mate.
Yeah.
Is The Room on Blu-ray, James?
Yeah. Wow, you're looking around my collection, aren't you? It's somewhere here. Yeah, I got it here. Room. There it is.
I thought it was the one that's the terrible, the film that goes off the bad movie. If you know what I mean.
If they put that out in the UK, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Me and my mates always watch that film. I love it. It's the one with what's his face? Tommy Wiseau is. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
I've never actually seen it, James. Didn't he? They made a film about the making of it, didn't he?
I've got that one. That's also
Disaster Artist, is it?
Yeah, that's it. I have that as well. Brilliant movie. Really love this. But, yeah, they need to put The Room out in Blu-ray here because I'd honestly buy it. In America, they still have screenings of that in cinemas, and Tommy Wiseau turns up to a lot of them and watches it with people because he's got nothing. He's got nothing else going on.
Yeah, that's his 15 minutes of fame, like. But
yeah,
I'm well done to the guy.
It's crazy because no one knows where he come from. He still hasn't said where he came from, where he got the money to make the movie. No one knows his age. It's like the man is just—it's weird. It's so odd.
I don't know all that about him, like. But,
strange. I loved it when James Franco won Best Actor at the Golden Globes for that film. Tommy Wiseau come up on stage with him. Tommy Wiseau went to say something, but because he's just mental, James Franco was like, no. You stand there.
I'll let you come on stage and I'll just stay there.
Yeah, don't say anything.
What is your most prized Blu-ray in your collection? Oh, I always get asked this one, but I don't own too many massive what do you call it, like valuable movies. I mean, but my most prized one is Robocop again.
Yeah, I can't say, to be honest. I'm not like that with my films. Most of these I bought myself, but it's different with like my records, for example. A lot of them have personal meanings because they've been handed down through my family because they're older. But a lot of these I just bought myself, so I don't have as much personal attachment to them, for example. So I don't really have one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm sort of the same. Well, not with records, but I haven't really got a full prize one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hi, Matthew. Thanks for coming along. Have you seen Archie Boy?
Haven't seen that one.
Sorry, Jamie, mate. Primeval was a fantastic TV series. It was a great Saturday night entertainment.
It was. Did you watch Primeval?
I haven't, James. No, I haven't seen many things here that are coming up in the stream.
I'll tell you that because that was like when David Tennant was the Doctor. That was like Doctor Who's rival. It was set in current day, and you followed like a team of 5 people, and these anomalies would open up from the past, and a dinosaur would come through. And instead of just killing them, because they didn't want to change the course of history, they'd try and capture it and put it back.
That sounds like. Oh, I think it was the start of that.
Oh, it's had a few, but like in the 3rd season, I've got it behind me here somewhere. They had quite a famous guy. I don't know his name off the top of my head.
I was listening to a podcast and he was talking about this show.
That guy was the star of the 3rd season. He's been in a few movies, but
in a lot of stuff, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, and then you had this guy in the first 2 seasons, but I haven't really seen him in anything else.
Right.
But yeah, this thing I've got season 1 to 3 here. I've got 4 and 5 on Blu-ray. But you can't get the first 3 seasons are the best, and you can't get them on Blu-ray, which is super annoying. But it's so cool. Like some of them were amazing. Like remember one, it was on the A10 because it's British. Pretty sure it was the A10. It was the M25. It normally opens up and a mammoth comes out. It's walking down the motorway. I'm like, this is awesome.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah, it's a really fun show.
Who or what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? Good question.
I really don't know, because like a lot of people know I had a channel before this, so I started doing YouTube when I was quite young. I think I just done it out of boredom.
I sort of inspired myself because I always wanted to review films all my life, and I've only just really now tried to sort of give it a go. Sorry, someone's calling me there, but I'll just decline it. So yeah, but there was a couple of inspirations I had. Cody Leach was one. I don't know if you've heard of him, James, and a guy called Dean from the channel Vinny Corleone 92. They two inspirations for me to start my own. So
yeah. I mean, one of my favorite people out there, their podcast, Weekly Planet, two Australian guys. They have a channel as well called Mr. Sunday Movies, which people might know. They definitely inspired me and Ryan to do the podcast. But in terms of YouTube, I think I just sort of done it out of boredom.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. That's 300 on 4K, James. He's looking at you there.
Yeah. There it is. It's about Vikings.
What is your favourite Sarah Jane Adventures episode?
You know what? I barely remember Sarah Jane, to be honest. I sort of just got it because I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. It's from that era of Doctor Who that I love, the David Tennant, where it's like they weren't doing much CGI. They would just put someone in a stupid costume and have them run around. You know, I love that stuff. So I remember one where they were playing laser tag, and then there was an alien taking the best kids at laser tag. They were taking them up in space on a spaceship, and they're like, "We're going to take you to our world and train you up as a proper soldier to fight in our war." It was really stupid, but it was a cool bug monster. I was like, I like it.
Right. You're next. Have you seen it? I have. Have you, James? Yeah, it's like a home invasion movie, but it's got a bit of style to it. It's like this girl takes on all these people trying to come in the house.
I don't think I've seen that one, but that sounds pretty cool, though.
I think so. I think Alex might have sent you that a while ago, but I'm not sure. I might be wrong there.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
What is your favorite Cars film? I'd go with Cars 1.
I think that's the only good one, isn't it?
Yeah. I haven't seen 3, but 2 was a bit weird. We spoke about this on your stream last week, I think.
Yeah, I think we did actually. Yeah.
There's rumours about a new X-Men film.
Well, Marvel have the rights, so they'll probably enter the MCU at some point. But I think Kevin Feige, he said this, he wants to focus on the Fantastic Four first, which I'm pleased about because we've had so many X-Men films. And I think the Fantastic Four are more interesting. And they deserve a good film because they're very cool characters and their comics are awesome. So they deserve a good film.
Yeah. That's why I said, to be honest, I hope they bring these into the MCU because they are good characters, really. So
yeah.
What's your favourite Pixar game based off any Pixar movie? I don't think I've played too many Pixar games, to be honest.
No, I remember playing the Finding Nemo, Incredibles, and Ratatouille game on PlayStation 2, and that's it. I remember those ones.
Mitchell, I gotta be honest, I don't think I've played any of them. So
no, I can barely remember them, to be fair.
Have you seen Big on Elm Street? I think he means Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, well then, yes, recently, yes, and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think we spoke about that at the start of the stream, but
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to your thoughts on the sequels, James, if you ever get around.
Oh no, I'll get at least 2 in this month. You'll see 2 for sure for the next end of month video.
Alex is here, Alex Pitt from Alex's Movies Corner, your good friend, James, and I speak to Alex all the time as well. Even lad, I'm in the pub, but I just wanted to say hi. I'll watch the replay tomorrow. Cheers, Alex. Thank you so much for coming along, mate.
Turning into our alcoholic, Alex.
He's only been out with you once, and he's in the pub all the
time. Me and Ryan ruined the poor kid. I tell you, ruined it. The next morning when he come round mine, remember it ringing the doorbell, and I just answered it. And you know when you see a destroyed man, like bloodshot eyes, it's like, oh, you're not well.
He doesn't really I don't think he drank that much, did he? But I think he had quite a lot of you, though.
Yeah, I know he doesn't mind me saying this because he's given me permission to bring it up in other live streams. But he was sitting in my front room and he was sitting there like this, his hand on his eyes, going, and I'm like, "You're right, Alex." He's like, "But you need to be sick." He's like, he literally legged it through my kitchen into my back garden. Whoosh.
Oh. There's not a worse than a bilingual, really, is there?
Meanwhile, I was sitting there. Oh, maybe I was a bit of a bad influence last night with Brian.
Oh, I remember the videos. It was really funny to watch. Like Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, yeah, we got what you meant there, mate. What is your Pixar film? I think that means favorite Pixar film.
I mean, I'm a bit biased towards Nemo. I guess I just really like that. But I think WALL-E, very close second, and I love Ratatouille as well.
Yeah, they're all pretty good, aren't they? Bar one or two, really. I think I get a lot of enjoyment from them, to be honest.
Yeah, especially the first 11 films, like the classic. There's so many great ones there, and Coco and Soul recently, amazing as well.
I think Coco was so just underrated, if you like. I mean, I don't think people talk about it too much, but I put it in like my top 5.
Yeah, I think it's because when it came out, there were trailers coming out at the same time for like Incredibles 2, and everyone was much more focused on that. And it was like Coco was far better, I thought.
I'd go with Toy Story 3. I just think it's the best made one. I'd probably it's nearly a 10 out of 10 for me, and I don't give many 10 out of 10. So
yeah, I must admit I do love all 4 Toy Story films, but three's my second favorite. The Toy Stories, one's my favorite, but 3 very close second. I love it.
Yeah, Toy Story 1's brilliant.
Yeah.
Hi guys, nearly forgot about this, but I'm here now waiting, guys. Hello, Luke. Thanks so much for coming along. How long do you want to go for another 15 minutes, James, or something?
Yeah, that's good with me. Go till 9.
All right. Do you want to go to 9?
Yeah, I'll go till then if you want.
I don't even know what time it is.
I think it's just coming up to 1:45 anyway. So
okay, we'll go till 9 then. Have either of you seen The Burning before? In my opinion, it's better than the original Friday the 13th movie. I totally agree with you, Scott.
I haven't even heard of it.
Well, James, there's an Arrow version of it. I highly suggest that you give it a go because it's brilliant.
Well, fair enough. I'll be on the lookout for that one.
Yeah, it's a good one, mate. It really is. I'm going through it. Immortality concept phase. Example 1: Spider-Man from Earth. 2: The Age of Adelaide. 3: Benjamin Button. 4: Spring Lovin'.
Okay. I mean, I've seen Benjamin Button. I've seen that film.
Yeah.
That was quite good. I enjoyed that film. What's his name? David
Fincher.
Fincher. I nearly said Lynch, and I was like, no, it's not Lynch.
I like Benjamin Button myself. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit long. The ending's a bit weird, but I like it.
I haven't seen the other 3 though.
No, neither have I.
James, which is better, Battle Royale theatrical or Battle Royale director's cut?
I've only seen the theatrical cut in a minute, but I actually already have the urge to rewatch that film. So when I rewatch it, it will be the director's cut.
I think I watched that. Sorry, James.
I don't know what one's the preferred one, to be fair. I just thought I want to watch it how everyone saw it originally. That's why I always go theatrical first.
I watched the director's cut. I'm the opposite. I always go director's cut. Don't know why. Yeah. I just feel like that's probably the director the way he wanted it. So yeah, I just went like that. But I thought it was amazing. So
yeah, they're normally better, the director's cuts, to be fair. But
he's looking at your collection again. Is that the Italian Job 1969 on Blu-ray, James?
Yeah, it is. Wow. How the hell did you spot that? I can't even spot that one. But yeah,
watching it on a 60-inch TV.
Well, I tell you, do you know what? I keep waiting for a nice box set of the Italian Job, the original. I would never ever own the other ones, or the other one with Mark Wahlberg, but the original with Michael Caine is damn near brilliant. I love that movie. Have you seen that one?
I was going to say I get a lot of flack for not watching it yet, but I know you love it. So
they're driving in their little minis, which I'm sure you've seen, and they're playing that, the Self-Reservation Society song, which is like, very British. So in fact, they start chanting the British anthem in it. It's like, I love it.
I'll have to give it a go, mate. It's just a film I've just never got round to. I've got another one there that's a classic that sort of came out the same time, The Great Escape, and I just haven't watched that as well. But
No,
I need to watch.
I haven't seen
Sorry?
that either.
Yeah. No, I will watch the Italian Job soon, definitely. It's on my to watch list anyway. Londo, I think he's talking to someone called Londo there. Did you see the trailer for Reminiscence starring Hugh Jackman? I actually did watch this just before the stream. Did you, James?
Yeah, so did I, funny enough.
I don't know. What do you think?
I just love Hugh Jackman. That's enough for me. I'll watch it purely because of him.
I'm more Rebecca Ferguson, so I'll watch it plainly because of her. I think she's great in most things I see her, and I do like Hugh Jackman though. It just looks kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. I mean, well, to be fair, those two have worked together before, haven't they? Greatest Showman, so they had good chemistry in that. So, I say the two fantastic actors in it. So,
yeah, I will watch it. Do you guys own a Lego Movie on Blu-ray? I do. I do actually own it.
I do as well. I do. I really like that movie.
I think you done a. Did you do something about it on your channel not long ago?
Yeah, I think I put it in my top 10 most surprising movies. Also, I remember when it got announced, like Lego Movie, like they're out of ideas. This is gonna suck. And then you watch it, you're like, oh, this is entertaining. And then at the end, it's quite clever how they bring it into the real world. And it's like, they went hard. They actually wrote this. There was some genuine brains behind this film.
Bit of care went into it. I love Will Ferrell's collection, by the way.
Yeah, Will Ferrell, he does crack me up, to be fair, sometimes. I really like that Eurovision film he done recently.
Yeah, I never seen that one, but I heard it was really good. So
it's funny. Me and again had some friends around. We were drinking when Eurovision was on this year. We put some money down. I think it was on Russia to win because like the odds were so good. Obviously, we didn't win. And then we were all like, "Oh man, that sucks." So we're like, "Let's put the Eurovision movie on." I only watched it about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'll have to get together with some of my friends and watch a bad film. I haven't done that for a long time.
Eurovision cracks me up. There's some good songs in it as well.
I don't mean Eurovision is a bad film, but you know, just watch a film with my friends. To be honest,
but those crap movie nights are the best ones. Some of the fondest nights I have with my friends are when we're just having a few drinks, chilling, and then we put some crap movie on.
Favorite Liam Neeson film? Oh,
I haven't seen Schindler's List, so
I have, but I need to rewatch it. I thought it was really depressing and very morbid. Plus, I know a lot more about the war now than I did when I watched it, so I think I need a rewatch on that.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to go Taken, I think. Even though I do think it's slightly overrated, I still probably have to go with Taken.
I'm gonna make so many people roll their eyes. I'm gonna go with the Phantom Menace.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
I'm talking to a very biased prequel Star Wars fan here.
Fair enough. I'm actually going to change my mind. Actually, I'm going to go with Batman Begins. So
that's a great. To be fair, I always forget he was in that movie.
Yeah. Calling it right now, Scotland are going to win the Euros, and I'm not being biased whatsoever. Well, you never know, Ben. They've got to play England on a Friday night in a couple of weeks, so we'll see what happens there.
Oh, we'll lose.
What are some of your favourite music artists?
Oh, well, I normally have quite a big list there, so I don't know if you want to go first.
I used to like a lot of rap from the 90s and stuff, but my favourite band are the Levellers, and I don't think most people have even heard of them, but they're my favourite band. I think they're amazing and totally underrated.
To be fair, mine are kind of, when I tell people I like 60s through 70s music, it's kind of predictable. Like I love the Beatles and Bowie, Fleetwood Mac. But I do like some newer stuff. I really like Keane, newer band, newish. But yeah, I'd probably say that.
Have you guys watched Night and Day with Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz? Yeah, I have seen that, but I thought it was kind of forgettable. I mean, it's not a bad film, but I just can't remember too much.
See, I'm gonna disagree a bit here. I thought the film was borderline terrible. I was really not a fan of it.
Have you seen This Means War with Chris Pine and Tom Hardy? I actually watched that for the first time a few months ago, and I quite enjoyed it. I didn't think it was bad at all.
Yeah, I thought that one was all right. That one was all right. It's a lot better than Night and Day.
Yeah. I mean, it's not anything special, is it? But
no,
yeah, you can just throw it on.
It was a decent watch.
Old Reminiscence will be good. And sorry, said the title wrong. Yeah, I hope it is as well, mate. We need great movies again now, don't we?
Yeah.
We're always talking to where we experience. Alex probably has a pub in his home, like an adult Richie Rich. Yeah, he might have now that he's been out with James. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Ryan are not the best influences. I'll say that.
Favorite sorry, James. Oops, sorry. Favorite La La Land song. I haven't seen this film yet. I know Alex Pitt loves it, and I need to give it a watch.
Oh God, I'm trying to. Summer in the Crowd's really good, but I like what's the song called? The one where the really famous one where they dance on top of the hill and she's in a yellow dress. Lovely Night. I think that's what it's called. What a waste of a lovely night. That's a really good song.
I need to watch this film, mate. Really.
It's a really good movie. Really good like jazz music in it.
If you had a super chat, I would have give you the $1 to get What Dreams May Come True. It's 98, so you can get it DVD or YouTube. But trust me, sit down with the missus. You're in for a treat. What Dreams May Come. Okay, Wormy Spoons, I will watch that, my friend. Thank you so much for saying you would have given me that in the super chat. Thank you so much. I'm sorted all that out on YouTube, yeah. But I know you.
Yeah, I only said it like a couple of weeks ago. I had like an hour to kill, and I was missing about my YouTube settings already, and I sort of added it. But so.
But thanks so much anyway. Well, I use my girlfriend's MacBook. We're going back to what we use here. Unfortunately, not mine. Spent my money on movies lately. That being said, she's kind enough to let me use it. Thanks, guys, for answering that question. No problem, Aiden. Which is your favourite, La La Land or The Greatest Showman? Ooh, I haven't seen either.
La La Land's definitely the better made movie, but I'd rather put Great Showman on because it's more fun. So it's a toss-up, really. I wouldn't put either on. I'd just put Hamilton on. Oh
yeah, you love that film, don't you?
Love Hamilton.
I'm just not a big musical person. I have to really get invested and have the time to sit down to watch a musical. But you know what? They always surprise me when I do. So maybe I should give them a go a lot more.
I think it's because I love music as well, and I like a lot of campy music. I can admit that, or like I'll always go to a cheese room, for example, or I love like songs from these Disney films that I grew up with. So I think when you get these very campy, over the top musicals, they sort of hit a really good chord with me.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. What games are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Horizon, Forgotten West, and Dad of Boy 2. The words God of War 2. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Ratchet and Clank, to be honest, the Rift Apart.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that, actually, because that's out soon, isn't it, I think? But
I think it's this month, actually, in like 20 days or something.
So annoying. I literally can't buy nothing this month because of my car. It's like there's a few things coming out, and I'm like, I literally, because it's my second car and I want this one to last me a while and I want to get a new one. It's just cost me so much money. When I bought it the other day, I just went through all my pre-orders. I was like, delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
Oh, I bet each one of them was painful, mate. But at least you're getting a great card out of it.
That's true. I've kept one though. I kept Godzilla versus Kong. I was like, I've got to get that one. Get it. But yeah, no, the Ratchet and Clank one actually is quite good. I don't know. There's a Harry Potter one coming out, but it got delayed till 2022. That looked awesome, but it's so far away now. It's like, am I that excited?
That'll be great, Dad. I think it's one of them where you build your character up and stuff like an RPG, isn't it? I think that'll be good.
Yeah, I think it's about time we got some good Harry Potter content. It seems like it's been ages.
Yeah. I think that's the perfect way to go, to be honest, an RPG. Hey, man, from the Toffee Blues, thoughts on The Betrayal. This is an Everton-related question. Yeah, it's a hard one to take in the animation. It really is. Just didn't expect it at all, but I'm over it. I'm over it. Thanks for coming along. This is a question I never got to ask you guys ages ago that I did, so here it goes. What's a quote from a fictional character that lives in your head rent-free? Do you know if that, guys, makes sense? Do you know what he means there, James, by rent-free?
No, I'm not sure.
It's basically just something that pops in your head every now and
Oh,
again.
right, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I live for prequel meme quotes. They're always going around in my head. You know.
Star Wars, you mean?
Yeah. As soon as someone's like, someone will say a bad opinion, and then someone will agree, and I'll just be like, "Oh, this is getting out of hand now. There's two of them." It's like it just start quoting the prequels.
I always quote "Can you fly, Bobby" from RoboCop just before he throws that guy out the van.
So, me and Brian have this thing on WhatsApp where if we want the other's attention, we'll put the gif of Obi-Wan going, "Hello there."
I can't wait to rewatch Star Wars again. You know, all of them again. I watched them not long ago with my fiance about 4 years ago now, but I'm really looking forward to going through them again.
Well,
but that first one, I just could not get into episode 1 at all.
I think it's because I grew up with it, but I know that like there's the people in our little chat been talking about doing like watch parties. We need to do one for like Revenge of the Sith. I think that would be such a good one to watch with everyone. There's so many things in it because it's. I do love Revenge. I think it is genuinely one of my favorite moments. But there's moments where I'm laughing, like when they crash the ship. It's this huge epic thing at the start of the movie, and Obi-Wan just sits back, brushes his hair, and go, "Another happy landing." It's like,
to be honest, I really liked the Revenge of the Sith. Like out of all the ones to watch, that was one that stood out to me. I thought that was really good. I thought James was being Lewis Mandela from Debt Collectors with the shirt.
I haven't seen that one either, but I hope that's a good character.
What films will you never buy? Ooh, I don't know. Probably Twilight.
Yeah, that's a good one. I said I'd never buy, and technically I haven't, the 50 Shades films, but Mr. Alex Pitt very kindly sent them to me, so I do own them.
Okay. We're on 2054 now, James, so we'll just go for 6 minutes and then, yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, sorry everyone if we don't get to the comments, but this will go on to like 12:30 if we don't, because I know everyone's a big fan of James and has come over to the channel. So, thoughts on Speed and Speed 2 Cruise Control? I love the first movie. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Speed 2 is watchable, but it's just nowhere near the first.
No, yeah, I love the original, but I haven't heard the best things about the second one, so I've sort of stayed away from it.
Yeah, the villain in the second one is William Dafoe, believe it or not.
Well, now I kind of want to watch it. I love William Dafoe. I love that man.
That's why I mentioned it, because I know you like him.
Yeah, that's actually sort of made me want to watch it. I can't lie.
I've never seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Is it good? Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah. To be fair, I hadn't watched it either till like 4 months ago or something. I'm not sure I would have, because the posters and the trailers and everything from it doesn't look like a good movie. So I don't think I would have watched it without some force, but it's a really fun time.
Totally agree. Whammy Spoon says, "Game over, man, game over," which is quoting what's his name off Aliens, Bill Paxton's character.
Yeah. I did actually get where that quote was from there, but now I remember it.
Game over, man, game over.
That's quite good.
Have you guys listened to Linkin Park? Yes, I love the Hybrid Theory album, to be honest.
Yeah, I know a few of their songs. I know like the popular ones. Like a few of my mates like it. It's not really my style of music, but I don't mind them.
Yeah, I think The Pianist looks like another good movie with Adrian Brody as well. Apparently, that's one of the best films ever made, isn't it?
Yeah, need to watch that. Really need to watch that.
I think it's quite high on the IMDb top 250, to be honest. Wasn't Adrian Brody in the jacket? I don't know, was he, James? Do you know?
Not sure. Haven't seen that one. I say I like the guy a lot, but I'm discovering that there's a few big films with him I haven't seen here.
Mm. Have you seen a live Korean movie on Netflix, English dubbed? No, but I've heard it's really good, and I've seen the trailers and stuff, so I would like to check it out. My friend Aidan, I used to work with, highly recommended it. You not seen that one, James?
No, but I'm the same. I've heard it's really good, though. Really good.
Korean films are always surprising to me.
Yeah.
No Cage, Oh Wins You Beauty. I don't know what that's off. Sorry. Have you seen The Platform on Netflix, English dubbed? Brilliant. Yes, I have. You seen that one, James?
Do you know what? This is one that my friend Luke keeps recommending to me. Is this the one where they're on different floors or something? And then there's a platform, and he sort of compared it to Snowpiercer a bit, where you've got the really poor ones at the bottom and then the rich at the top.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just a big table of food, and then as you go down, there's hardly anything left. So there's a few lessons in there about the human race and stuff, basically.
It sounds very similar to Snowpiercer in the way that like the train's set out. So it's like, I think I do need to watch this film.
Yeah, it's a bit depressing, to be honest, but it's a good concept, if you like. Go for a couple of more minutes, and then I'll let James go and watch The Nightmare on Elm Street 2 or whatever he's watching.
I don't know what it is tonight, to be fair.
Have you guys watched The Descendants with George Clooney? I haven't. Have you, James?
I haven't seen that one either.
Sorry, Mitchell. Ben Affleck was good as Matt Murdock and all right as Daredevil. Same goes for Nicolas Cage as Johnny Blade and Ghost Rider. Yeah, I thought Nicolas Cage was okay as Ghost Rider. Ben Affleck was okay as well. But not, I mean, they're not like the performances we get these days at all. But
no, I mean, I can't lie. I haven't watched these films in probably about 10 years. So I don't know. I can't remember.
Do you actually remember that dance routine that Daredevil and Elektra done, by the way?
Slightly.
I think it's in a playground or something.
Yeah, I do vaguely remember it, but it got completely overshadowed by Tobey Maguire's Amazing Spider-Man 3 dancing.
Yeah. What goes into these films sometimes?
Yeah.
Cage is terrific as Ghost Rider. Well, there you go. That just contradicts what I said. James, is that Master and Commander?
Oh, yes, it's somewhere here. I bloody love that movie. I love that film.
My dad is always saying that's an underrated film, and now I know you like it as well, so I'll have to give that a go.
I prefer it to Gladiator, because it's obviously Russell Crowe had those films so close together, and he went up for Oscar. Both of them going up for loads of awards. I know that Gladiator is by far the more loved one, but I prefer Master and Commander.
I have to get on it. Hawkeye's on you, Saranke. Don't know. Be With You is just replying to Johnny to Wormy Spoons there. Have you guys seen the new trailer of Mark Wahlberg called Infinite? Looks absolutely really good, guys. No,
I haven't seen that one. Didn't realise he had another film coming out.
Okay, guys. I think we'll just. So I've gone back to the bottom of the comments now. So I think we'll just leave it there. I am very sorry if you asked the question there, but me and James have been going for 2 hours now, and we both have these jobs where we have to get up really early. So I'm really
someone else. It's just someone else who actually has to get up early. Normally, I'm on streams, people can keep going. It's like at 5 o'clock.
I'm getting picked up at 6:30 tomorrow by my dad. So I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I can't get to everyone's question. I'm really, really sorry. But thank you so much for coming along to the stream and getting all your comments in. I've had a lot of fun answering these questions. James, thank you so much for coming along, mate. Really appreciate you coming on the channel and stuff.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been an absolute blast. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah. If you want to check out James's channel, the description is down below. I will do that with every guest I get on, but I'm sure you all know him anyway. James, don't be surprised if you go back to his channel and there isn't any new subscribers, because I'm guessing everyone on my channel knows who you are. So.
Hey, I don't know. You've got a big following lately. I'm sure there's some people.
Well, hopefully it gets you a few, mate. Thanks so much for coming on, and thanks everyone. I'll be doing a live stream next Thursday with Carlene 09 as well, so hopefully you can all come along to that. Thanks again, James, for coming on. Just gonna end the stream here. Thank you so much, everyone. Take it all easy. See you all next video.
See you guys later.